What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is another range test video. Here we have the Eride Pro SR. This is the 25 kilowatt powerhouse of an e-moto. Retails for $5,700, and today we got to figure out how the range is. This bike has a 72 volt 50 amp hour battery, which is very large and competitive for the price. So we're going to be doing two tests today. We're going to run this bike in the eco mode test, which is about 26 miles an hour. Just going to hold it at 26 until the bike dies and see how far it goes. And then we're going to do sport mode, which is 50 miles an hour. Now that's not anywhere near full throttle or top speed on this bike, but that's so that we can compare it to every other model that we've done the exact same range test on. So stay tuned to the end of the video where you guys can look at our whole range test chart and see how this bike stacks up with the competition. Now it's been winter here in Utah, but today is 66 degrees. It feels great. I'm gonna be taking this hoodie off. So this should be a really good test for the battery because this is pretty much optimal temperatures to run a battery in a high performance environment. Let's dive right into it.
All right guys, Romney on the camera. Today I'm on the Eride Pro SR. We're doing a range test in eco mode. I got it pinned at 26 miles per hour, trying to keep it right on there for the entire test so that it's accurate. I'm going off of the GPS right there, not the speedometer on the bike, because sometimes you can't trust it.
All right guys, here we go on the SR sport mode test. Here we go, gotta just peg her right there at 50.
Now we know that doing a straight test on a paved road, you know, just keeping it the same speed until it dies isn't very realistic in the real world. The reason we do it like this is to keep it consistent with the rest of our tests. We do it every bike we have, we do the same exact test, and so we want to be consistent and have a nice control that we can go off of. And so that's the reason we do it this way.
All right guys, we're at 90% on our bike and we've gone 3.8 miles, ride time of 5 minutes. I'll update you guys when we get to 75%.
Alrighty, we just got past 90, we're at 89%. Been going between about 25, 27 miles per hour. I'm not perfect at 26, but it's been going pretty long. We've been driving for 23 minutes now. We've got 9, almost 10 miles. Having fun. Let's keep going.
All right guys, we're at 75% battery and we've gone 8.4 miles, 11 minutes of ride time.
All right, I'm at 75%, gone 44 minutes of riding. We've gone 18.9 miles. Some weird cars here. I don't know what they're doing. We'll check in around 50% battery for you guys.
Update on the sport mode bike. We are at 60%, 60% battery, and we've gone 13.2 miles, 17 minutes and 15-second ride time. We are hauling. Okay, I'll update you guys at 50%. All right, I'm gonna give an update for Romney on the SR. It's at 50% battery and it is doing exceptionally well. We're at 34.6 miles on the GPS and with a ride time of an hour and 20 minutes roughly. That is crazy. We've only had one bike do better than that at 50%, and that was the Stark Varg, which, as you guys know, has just a ginormous battery. So we're extremely impressed with the SR so far, and we're excited to see how far it actually makes it. This bike might break our record for a small e-moto. Well guys, it sure is windy out here today, so dusty. I'm like pretty much perfectly in a crosswind. I get a little bit of tailwind, a little bit of headwind. I think the test is still gonna be plenty accurate in comparing to all our other tests. It's usually windy during them. We're at our 50% stop right now on the SR, letting this motor cool down a little bit. Let's see how warm she is. Oh, not near as bad as I thought. That's not bad. That's totally fine. We could totally keep riding. It's got a big beefy motor, this bike. I mean, as you guys know, the top speed of this bike is significantly faster than 50, This is the fastest bike we've done a range test on besides the Stark Varg. So we're really not pushing it very hard. As you guys can see, we're at 50%. And the cool thing is that our trip right here says 16 miles. And on our actual GPS, we're at 16.2. I love that this is accurate. Our speedo has been like bang right on to our GPS, which I love. You can also set that up in the app to be, you know, perfect if you change your sprocket or your wheel size or tire size. So all in all, at 50% range, we've done 16 miles, which I think is fantastic. If we hold fairly consistent to the rest of the battery, then, you know, we might be looking at about 30 miles. I know this bike does not die at 0%. It dies a little bit above that. So we'll see what we can get to. Let's keep going. All right, here we go. I'll update you guys as we get lower. I'm probably gonna ride all the way to about 25% and then update you guys. Let's rip it.
These range tests are a labor of love for sure. They're not very fun to do. I've been sitting on this bike for an hour and 38 minutes. All right, 25%. We are 3/4 of the way dead. 1/4 left. According to our other range tests, these e-rides die at 7%. Still going 26, or trying to go 26, right around 26. It's 57 degrees. It's gotten colder. It's like a little chilly. We've gone 49 miles. And we've been riding for an hour and 54 minutes.
Sport mode update, we are at 24% battery. We've done 23.3 miles. We're still able to hold about 50 miles an hour, but I think that's gonna change pretty soon. I think if we get much further down, it's gonna decrease our speed.
I just got to a 10% battery. We are at 56 miles. Been riding for 2 hours and 11 minutes. We got 23 max speed. It keeps going down. I'm going full throttle right now in eco mode. This range test is almost over. 56.8. We're almost to 57. Let's see if we can get 58. That'd be sweet. 58 miles. Let's see. 57.9 miles. I'm gonna turn around. Let's get back to the truck before this dies. 58 miles. We're going 10 miles an hour, 11. We're at 8% battery. Hopefully I can get a little closer to the truck before I completely die. Boy, we finally hit 7%. We're getting 8 miles per hour on our GPS. I'm still going. I'm full throttle, 8 miles per hour. I'm done. 5%, 5 miles per hour, fully throttle, 7% battery left, 2 hours, 23 minutes. Pretty good.
We are down to 19%. We're still doing good though. Still going fast. All right, for the first time, we are now holding full throttle at 15% to go 48 miles an hour. I'm just gonna keep it pinned, see how we do. 47 now. 46 at 14%. Bike's doing really good. As the percentage gets lower, it's still going fast. That's great to see. I mean, to be honest, most of you guys probably don't ever ride your bike down to 13%. I do all the time. I train these bikes so often, but you know, it still goes fast, which is great because the original Eride 2.0 at about 20%. I mean, you were only going like less than 20 miles an hour. 45, 44 miles an hour at 12%. There's 43. 42 at 11%. 40. 38. Still at 11%. 10%, we're down to 36. 32 miles an hour. 32, 31 now on the GPS. 10% still. 29. 9%. 26 miles an hour. These e-rides usually die at about 7%. 25 miles an hour at 8%. 7% now at 19 miles an hour. Is she gonna die? Is she gonna turn off? I've been doing short laps by the truck because I don't want to have to walk too far. I don't have anybody with me that could pick me up. All right, guys, I think we're gonna call the sport mode test here at 7%. I know from Eco that it's about to shut off, and I don't want to keep racking up the miles. It's not really fair when we're only going, you know, 18 miles an hour on the 50 mile an hour test. So there we are. Let's see what we got. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up our Eco and Sport Mode range test on the Eride SR. Let's head back to the garage and we'll recap and we'll put the chart up on screen that shows all the different ranges that the other bikes we've done this same test on achieved, so we can compare the SR and really see how it did. I'll tell you guys how far Sport Mode went when we get to the garage. Let's go. All right, guys, we're back in the garage. Let's recap how far the Eride SR went on its range test. In sport mode, we did 28.9 miles. That's what we ended up with. Again, that is at 50 miles an hour, and that is on the stock heavy-duty off-road tires. I think that's great range. As you can see on this chart right here, it is second place out of all the bikes we have tested in our range test. So that is awesome to see. And then for eco mode, we went 59 miles, which is also second place behind the Stark Varg, just a little bit above third and fourth place, the Eride SS 2.0 and the MX5. Both of those bikes were in basically perfect case scenario as far as weather. It was about 85 degrees, about 25 degrees warmer than the SR did today. I believe in summer conditions, a lot of the bikes that we test will get a little bit better, but without a doubt, SR is really doing well on range, and the tires do make a massive difference. So you can get good range even with the heavy duty knobbies that you need for all the power that this bike puts out. As always, you guys can reference this chart, pause the video, compare all the different bikes, and help yourself make a more informed decision when you're going to purchase a new bike. If you're interested in one, check out our website, tealelectricmoto.com, down in the video description. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button if this was helpful, and we'll catch you next video. See ya.